Welcome back to some more Umineko when they cry. Live from YouTube, but that is. So, where we last left off, you know, thought everything was going all hunky dory and whatnot, but Angie holds a sense of skepticism because, everything showed from, Battler being in charge of this tale. It seems like a lie according to her perspective, because that's not how, Dushiromiya family behaves and whatnot, and 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 especially with Kinzo. And then, didn't take too long for Beatrice to make an appearance, So right here, she noticed the key or the gold key, hanging by the neck. It's like a gold key necklace of the sort. So, no need to ramble on any further. Let's continue reading. Beato noticed the gold key hanging from Angie's neck. Angie automatically and defensively grasped it.
Ange no 大切な鍵だ.
The precious key. After hearing these vague words, the witch stared blankly for a second, but almost immediately she seemed to understand what he meant.
なるほど。そういうことか。
すべきことを明確にした方が分かりやすいだろうと思ってな。
安心せよ、エンジェ。そなたの大切な鍵を奪ったりなどせぬぞ。
Yeah, but what if they do? What will happen?
本当に？もちろんであるとも。それはそなたの鍵であり、そなたが決めることである。バトラム、そしてわらわたちも、そなたを導く道しるべの役にしか過ぎぬのだから。
When her brother gave her the key, he had said that it was very important, so she had to take good care of it. Angie didn't have a clue what the key was for, but it looked like Beato did. However, just like her brother had done earlier, Beato only spoke in riddles. This irritated Angie, but for the time being, the Golden Witch said that she didn't intend to steal the key, so Angie calmed down a little.
あなたはこの鍵が何に使うものなのか知っているの？
Do you know what this key is used for?
もちろんであるとも。だが、それを教えるわけにはいかぬ。
Oh, you ain't gonna tell me, huh?
どうして？
その鍵をどう使うかは、そなたが自分で決めねばならぬからだ。
That's the same. Now you're just saying the same thing as what Battler said. The witch said the same thing as my brother. The pair nodded to each other, but it was all Greek to me. Greek. It was all different language. It felt like someone had laid out a riddle that everyone knew but me, and everyone was making fun of me.
やがてわかる。無理に考える必要はない。
But I want to know now, damn it. Angie held the key tightly. Even if she didn't understand what it meant, it was her own key, and her big brother had told her to take good care of it. With her youthful suspicion, she was scared that the witch might ask her to hand it over, saying that she'd teach her how to use it. Of course, Her thoughts showed up clearly on her face. The witch couldn't help but laugh at that honest expression.
安心せよ。そなたのその鍵は誰にも奪うことはできぬのだ。
誰にも奪えない？
そういう魔法が込められているとでも理解せよ。とにかく安心するがよい。わらわもバトラも、そして島の誰もそなたから鍵を奪うようなことはせぬ。
本当に？
ああ、本当だよ。そういう魔法がかかってるんだ。
The key was hanging around her neck like an ordinary necklace. Angie could take it off right now if she wanted, and if an adult tried to use force, it seemed like it would be easy for them to take it away. However, both her brother and the witch said that it was protected by a magic that would stop anyone from stealing it.
魔法なんて。
A magic barrier prevents people from stealing the key, huh?
本当にあるの？
Does it really exist? I don't know about that one. Even the 6-year-old Angie knew about the word magic. However, she also realized that real magic didn't exist. And that certain kinds of magic tricks were sometimes called magic. How many times? Oh man, so many words using that starts with however. However, her brother and the witch were talking about magic itself.
ああ、魔法は存在する。
本当に？
Really?
マリアもよくわらわのことを話しているであろう。
Mm.
魔女はいると。魔法は存在すると。そなたによく語ったはずだぞ。
Sure. True. Maria had talked about that many times. When they were just playing, Angie had believed her, more or less. However, Angie was in some ways sharp for her age, and when she heard Maria talking happily about magic, she sometimes thought that such a thing couldn't really exist.
なら見せて。
It's like, yeah, we'll prove it.
ん？
見せて魔法。じゃなきゃ信じない。
おいおい。ベアとは島に来たばかりで、まだ屋敷に挨拶にも行ってないんだぞ。
Yeah. You give her a break. Battler spoke as though he was trying to smooth something over. When she heard that, Angie became sure that magic didn't exist after all.
魔女なんて嘘っぱち。エンジェは知ってるもん。
Magic is nothing more than a lie.
おい、よすんだ。ベアトが気を悪くする。
よいよい。魔女に会えば誰だって同じことを問うだろう。いつもならばこのような幼子の挑発に付き合いはせぬのだが、バトラの妹であるからな。 特別に披露してやってもよい。
いいのか？
Are you sure about that?
よいよい。では見せよう、エンジ。
うん。
She's like, sure. What do we got? So Angie had challenged the witch. Now that she was about to be shown magic, she looked a bit hesitant. She gulped, then stared up at the witch's face. Why is this magic... Not magic. Why does this music feel a little bit... Oh, okay. It got a little bit sinister for a moment. The witch held out her left hand, bringing it close to Angie's face. Then she slowly spread her fingers. Angie, thinking that she was about to be turned into a frog, shrank back. She's like, oh no, I'm going to be turned into a something, right? However, after waiting a while and grinding her teeth, she realized that nothing was happening. So, the part of her that had been scared began to get angry.
何も起こらないよ。
早とちりするでない。まだ魔法を使ってはおらぬぞ。ほれ、わらわの手のひらをよーく見るがよい。種も仕掛けもないな。
Oh, so that's what she's doing. Now that she finally understood, Angie checked both sides of the witch's hand.
うん。何もないよ。
よく見ておれ。こうして握る。そして人差し指を立てる。
She stretched out her index finger and held it right in front of Angie's eyes. Angie, thinking that she'd lose the game if she took a step back, stood her ground and concentrated on the fingertip.
人差し指の先をよーく見ておれ。
Okay.
行くぞ。早いぞ。
The witch rapidly lifted her index finger high into the air, pointing at the heavens. Just as Angie looked up to see the man, a little bit winded. Just as Angie looked up to see the finger raised high, it swung down as though trying to dodge her gaze. In that manner, up, down, left, right, and left again, as though Angie was playing a game of Achi Moite Hoi. That's something I never heard of. The popular Japanese variant of rock, paper, scissors. Whoever throws a winning hand sign is not merely declared winner, but rather earns the opportunity to win, while the other player must try to avoid losing. The player with advantage says Achi Moite, look that way, and then, in time with the call of Hoi, he or she points one finger either up, down, left, or right. At the same time, the other players turns their head, also in one of those four directions. If the player with advantage correctly predicts which way the other will turn, they win. Otherwise, the process returns to the beginning with another round of rock, paper, scissors. Angie, feeling as though she'd lose if she couldn't keep up with the fingertip, swung her face this way and that, looking serious. Yeah, this one is a bit of an interesting trivia there. Looking serious. Ever since she was very young, Angie had hated to lose. She would take even the most trivial game seriously, determined not to lose to the adults. The witch's hand moved faster and faster. Angie didn't lose track of it. Then the high pointing finger was swung down all of a sudden. The index finger curled up again, and the hand was held in a simple fist. Could it be that something was going to come out of that hand? Gee, I wonder. Angie, who had suspected that this might happen, had followed the finger very closely. There was no way that one's empty hand could have grabbed anything. The witch slowly opened her right fist, and there... She's like, what?
どうしてどうしてお兄ちゃん
The witch gave the cutely wrapped candy to Angie as a present. Angie took it and desperately searched for some kind of trick on it, but it was just an everyday, ordinary candy.
どうしてデジナでしょお兄ちゃんお兄ちゃん
いいや、魔法だよ。エンジェもずっと見てただろ。
It's like, yeah, about that. Since I was watching the whole time, how did it happen? Angie didn't like it, but she was unable to see how that could have been anything other than magic. As the little sister furrowed her brow and bit her lower lip, her brother gently told her again that it was magic.
そろそろ屋敷へ挨拶に行く。バトラも付き合うがよい。わらは一人では窒息してしまうわ。
そうか。じゃあ、お供させてもらうかな。エンジェはどうする？ゲストハウスに戻ってるか？
お兄ちゃんと一緒がいい
She still couldn't accept it. However, could it really be? She still looked grumpy, but it looked like she was getting interested in this witch.
さあ、では行こうではないか。黄金の魔女の帰還であるぞ。
I love it when the I love it when the cat said he drank too much juice. Well, guess what? I drank like 1 to 2 mugfuls of coffee, daily. So it's one of those moments when when I'm one of those people that can't live without caffeine in life. You know what I mean?
黄金の魔女の孫の帰還だけどな。
そのキャッチコピー、もう少しなんとかならぬものか。
Yeah, the Golden Witch's grandchild. It sounds way better than just Golden Witch. The big brother and the witch really did seem close. With kindred spirits like a pair of comedians, they started walking. Seem close? I mean, they act like they're a playful couple, so... Angie held onto the corner of her brother's sleeve, trying to make sure he didn't forget about her. Holy moly. That's a fast-ass chapter 2 if I ever seen one. Fucking hell. Returning the gold. Like, Jesus Christ, like, where am I? Recording at part 4, right? Man, things do feel different on that one. Hope everyone's doing well on this fine morning, for the most part. The VIP room was filled with the sweet smell of pumpkin tea and packed with smiles and laughter.
それはよい。元気そうで何よりだ。
そなたも元気そうで何よりだ。余命いくばくとは肩払いたいわ。
Yeah, what do you mean by reaching your last years? You make it sound like you have a limited time to live.
そなたに元気を分けてもらってるだけだ。書斎に戻れば枯れ果てた年寄りが窓辺でほうけているだけよ。
そなたの死ぬ死ぬ詐欺にはもううんざりしている。
Yeah, you know what? You look at that. See, that's what I love about YouTube. Again, I just love the little live chat reaction feature. I know Twitch has the same thing, but it's like, I haven't even used Twitch in like a few years to stream. I'd just rather do it here since I've like already made a big enough of a following as is.
もう諦め、100まで元気に生きると誓ってしまえ。
俺もじいさまには6年ぶりに会ったけど、全然変わってねえんで驚いたもんな。
バトラめ。この6年で世辞まで学んだか。残念だがそれは節穴というものよ。しっかりかっきり老いぼれておるわ。
金蔵が100歳になってピンピンしているのに1000円かけるぞ。
ああ、俺も100歳になってもじいさまは今と変わらないさ。
Oh God. On God.
これ以上褒めても何も出ぬというのに。
Kinzo laughed cheerily. Beata, who sat next to Battler, was also laughing merrily. Angie stood all alone by the window, staring at the others and trying to figure out what sort of relationship the witch of the portrait and her grandfather had. There was a knock on the door. Oh shit.
源氏か。入るがよい。
失礼いたします。クラウス様と夏日様がお越しでございます。
Well, that's strange.
お父さん。おお、バトラ君も一緒かね。
ご無沙汰しております、ベアトリーチェさん。おかわりはありませんか？
相変わらずであるわ。さあ座れ座れ。エンジェもどうしてそんな窓際にいるというのか。こっちへ来て座るがいい。
What if I don't want to sit? What if I don't want to?
エンジェ、こっちにおいで。
ここで見てるからいい。
She's like, nope. I'm just gonna sit here right where I'm just gonna stand over here right where I want to. Angie grasped the candy she had gotten from Beato tightly, and with a gaze that was still wary, she continued to stare. Genji offered her a chair, but Angie just shook her head.
好きにさせてやりなさい。さあ、クラウスも夏日もそこに座るがいい。
何か重要な話でも？俺とエンジェは席を外した方がいいかな。
おいおい、そなたが帰ったらわらわは誰に相槌を打たせればいいというのだ。金蔵、バトラがいても構わぬであろう。
隠す話でもない。
What do you mean you got nothing to hide?
構わぬ。
I don't know. However, he had called Kraus and Natsuki to the VIP room to meet Beatrice, the Golden Witch. It was hard to imagine that Kinzo wanted to have a casual conversation. Conversation. The emphasis on the crow pun there. After Kenzo said he didn't mind, Beato also asked Ballard to stay, so he decided to do so. In order to avoid getting in the way of their conversation, Ballard stood up from the sofa and walked over to Angie's window. When the big brother finally came back to Angie, she clung to his wrist, as though determined not to let him go away again.
ああ、なるほど。どうしてわらわがエンジェに嫌われているかわかったぞ。
It's like, oh no, what do I do with that Beatrice, the Golden Witch's grandchild? I'm scared.
どうしてだ？エンジェは別にお前のことを嫌ってなんかないだろう。
Well, it's not that she doesn't like you. She just still finds your magecraft to be skeptical. She's considering her belief of not believing in magic. Why am I getting the feeling she also got it? She probably got that idea from him. From Erica Ferrudo. You know.
これだからバトラは女心がわからぬのだ。
It's true. He doesn't understand women at all. Gonna Beato smiled at Angie, but the latter turned to look the other way.
女は幼くとも女であるな。
When Beato stopped laughing, the conversation switched gears. Why on earth did Kinzo summon Kraus and Natsuki to the VIP room, and what was he going to talk about? Yeah, I wonder why. Why is it? How did it turn out like this? Everyone fell automatically silent.
黄金の魔女ベアトリーチェよ。滅ぶ運命にあったはずの後ろ宮家を救ってくれた大恩、一日たりとも忘れたことはないぞ。
The brink of destruction.
謝せい感謝せい。
Yeah, if it didn't happen, then Rokujima would have been a barren wasteland by now.
じいさまが感謝してる
I
の
don't
は
know.
お前のばあさんの方だからな。
やかましい。
いいや、同じことです。莫大な黄金を3代にもわたり後宮家に貸し付けてくれました。それも無償で。
本当にいくら感謝してもしたりません。
黄金などわらわにはレンガも同じよ。
Is it time gold bars? Well, is it time for gold bar farming? That is surely not the game I'm referencing to. Clueless.
置き場もないから金蔵が預かっててくれて助かる。
ひゅー。死ぬ前に一度は言ってみたいセリフだぜ。
黄金の魔女ってお金持ちなの？
そりゃそうだな。何しろ10トンもの黄金をほいっとじいさまに貸し出したんだからな。
そうだ。必ず返すと約束し、もう数十年も借りている。
The return to debt.
その恩はもはや返しきれないほどだ。
当家が感謝の気持ちを忘れたことはありません。ねえあなた。
無論だとも。3代にわたりベアトリーチェさんたちが気前よく貸してくれなかったら、後宮家はとうに滅んでいましたと。辣腕のお父さんとで軍資金がなければ何もできなかったのですから。
もはや金が金を呼び、黄金の軍資金は静かに眠るのみだ。クラウス、私が何を話そうとしているかわかるか？
Since the moment Kraus had been summoned here, he had guessed what Kinzo was hinting at now. All things borrowed must be returned someday. That day had finally come.
はい、分かっています。お父さん。
ベアトリーチェよ。私はもう追い先はわずかだ。おそらく今日のこれが私とお前が会うことのできる最後の親族会議になろ
う。何を気弱なことを。そんなことがあろうはずもない。
Beato alone laughed. She looked at Battler, so he laughed along with her, but Kinzo and the others remained silent. Apparently, there existed some major concerns about Kinzo's health.
無論来年すぐに死ぬつもりもない。
You know, they're not gonna talk about, you know, Kinzo's health specifically. It's like, oh, he has a limited time left. Or, you know, aka, he's gonna die of old age.
しかし来年会おうと絶対の約束をすることはおそらくできぬ。私はいついかなる時でもできぬ約束をした試しは一度もない。
そのようなことを胸を張って言われると、わらはもう返す言葉がないぞ。本気で言っているのか？
ベアトリーチェよ、もうしっかりとけじめをつけたいのだ。
To make amends?
私がこうして元気であるうちにな。だから私は今日それを決心することとした。
おじい様は何の話をしているの？
静かに。じい様は今からとても大事な話をする。
I don't know if the family inheritance is an important part or what. By now, even Battler understood what Kinzo was about to propose. Beato probably realized it too. Oh shit. The spiral is not... The spiral's not purple, it's now red. Something is pretty dire about to happen. At one time, the Ushiromiya family had ruled the skies like an eagle before being crushed by the Great Kanto earthquake. The eagle had one of its wings torn off. You don't like it when they cry? That's well, true. That is very understandable. But within title, it isn't guaranteed that they will cry. Hope everything's going well, Yolanda. The eagle had one of his wings torn off and it crawled in the mud on the point of death. When the Seagulls Cry is the funny title translated to. Then they were saved by the Golden Witch's golden miracle. Under the Golden Witch's protection, the eagle had nursed its wounds for many years. And now finally, it was time for the eagle to leave the nest the witch had provided.
そなたの祖母より借り受けた黄金をすべて。
I will return all of the gold.
そなたに返還する。クラウス、異論はないな。
When lots of fat people congregate in one area and an earthquake occurs. Good one. It ain't no natural disaster. No, no.
もとよりあの黄金は後宮家のものではないのだ。
無論です。何の異論もありませんとも。
良いのか、クラウス。そなたは投資家であろう。金はいくらあっても足りぬであろうが、金蔵から黄金を譲り受けたいと思っていたのではないのか。
それを言われれば確かに否定は難しい。しかしもとより父とあなたの契約であり、そしてもともとあなたの黄金です。
主人は仮にも次期当主。お父様が一代にて当家を復興させたように。
Does Kraus invest in crypto? It wouldn't be a surprising sort of conspiracy theory that he would invest in crypto, but that would imply to like the other family members within the Ushiromiya has also invested in fucking crypto. Or the look, the era of fucking stock market still exists in the fucking 1980s, so it's obviously it could be the type of thing, but that could be the future with foretold, I guess. You know, it's one of those things with the family inheritance. Like none of this would happen because, like, oh, you just invest into other things. You know, just invest a little harder. You know.
主人も一代で当家を繁栄させるでしょう。そしてそれは主人と私で成し遂げることです。
よくぞ言った。その息であるぞ。
10トンの黄金に未練はないというか。やれやれ、大したものよ。黄金の魔法が効かぬ相手には魔女も型なしであるな。
そなたに黄金を返還する。だが黄金の魔女ベアトリーチェが後ろ宮家にとって最大の恩人であることは未来永劫変わらぬぞ。
Turn off. Want to forget when that mishap happened. They would return the gold once lent by the Golden Witch. It was both simple and clear. However, the expression worn by the Golden Witch herself was slightly lonely. Angie couldn't understand why this was.
返すというものをいらん、やるとも言えぬしな。やれやれ。
Beato rose from the sofa. Then she walked up to the window and looked down at the rose garden waving in the wind.
Klaus.
Gold's a pretty good investment, to be fair. I was gonna say the same thing too, but like, considering the question you just said, where you question whether Kraus or the other Shurmiya family members invest in crypto, I wouldn't be surprised. Look, I will say this. I don't know. I'm actually I'm too much of a casual reader when it comes to Umineko, and I have a vague, hazy memory when it comes to like marketing and investment. But I'm pretty sure like you've got to start off somewhere in order to make big. But the era of fucking I'm in where it's corrupted by capitalism. It's a bit of a wild prior notion. Dude, I'll fucking take gold. Holy shit.
我が遺産についても私が生きているうちにお前たちに贈与することにした。
お父さん。
Oh shit.
私が死ねば葬式で大忙しな上に遺産はどうするのかとエヴァたちががっついてくるであろうが。
Oh yes, fucking Eva and others. Out of all things. Yeah, about that. Oh boy. Especially Eva. Oh my god.
今から分けておけば葬式が気楽になるというものよ。
I'm pretty sure the past episode said is like when it comes to like Eva and the others, they think that Kraus and Natsuki are like I'm pretty sure Eva and the others were like were accusing Kraus and Natsuki for like hiding Kinzo's death or some shit like that during the inheritance. Got some trauma if you're interested? Nah. I think I'll pass. You can go ahead and keep that to yourself.
クラウス、メモを取れ。源氏も書記を頼む。これより財産の分け方を説明する。
Kinzo immediately began explaining how the inheritance would be split up. Battler, realizing that he shouldn't be listening in on this conversation, walked over to where Beato was, loitering by the window.
よう、大金持ち。黄金が余ってるなら少しは引き取るぜ。
Ha! Lighten the load.
黄金など
That's what she said.
薪に変えて炉にくべればシチューを煮る程度の使い道はあるというものよ。
どうしたよ。なんだかつまらなそうな顔してんな。
とうとうこの日が来たか。寂しいものよな。
うん。そうか？
わらわの魔法で後宮家はよみがえり、そして六軒島は生まれた。
Nani? I know, right?
その後宮家がもうわらわの黄金の力には頼らぬという。わらわの魔法から巣立つということだ。
そうだな。そういうことになるな。
わらわは六軒島を魔女の島と。
Witch's Island? That's... And here I thought it's called the Witch's Territory.
わらわの島と呼んできた。
Oh shit.
そうだったな。
その六軒島がわらわに黄金を魔法を返すという。六軒島が魔法から目覚める日が来たということだ。
そうだな。
最後のゲームと分かってはいたさ。しかしこういう形ではあってもそれを切り出されると意外に応えるものよ。
Oh, how we've come this far. Yes, indeed.
お前って結構さっぱりしてそうに見えて未練タラタラなタイプなのな。
残忍で必要なタイプは大抵は寂しがり屋で未練がましいものよ。
そうだな。お前はそういうやつだもんな。
わらわとそなたのためのゲームだった。
楽しかったぜ。お前が6年の間に練りに練った愉快なゲームだった。
かつてわらわはそれを互いを苛む永遠の拷問と称したっけな。
likened it to Eternal. The fact that you worded it like that, it sounds like you're pretty much more into masochism. So, masochism and sadism at the same time.
永遠が永遠であると信じられるうちが
Like, I'm sorry,
一番幸せなのさ。
but that's how I try to comprehend it, and that's this seems pretty amusing.
物事には全て終わりがある。そしてそれを自覚しなければならない。
目を背けずにな。
昇らぬ日はないように、沈まぬ日もねえってことさ。
Of course, Angie didn't have the slightest idea what her brother and the witch were talking about. However, even as young as she was, she could feel that the pair had spent an incredibly long time together, and that they understood each other so well that they might as well be a married couple. Then, Beato noticed her reaction.
レンジェ、わらわたちはかつて互いのためにゲームを紡いだ。しかし、それはもう終わった。
Yeah, it's finally
このゲームは今、わらわたちのためでなく、そなたのために紡がれているのだ。
Finally, it's about to be concluded. Any time by now. They were speaking in riddles again. Grasping the key that hung by her chest, Angie looked at her brother's face.
今日という日の猫箱の中身を俺たちはエンジェに届けなくちゃならない。
Oh, yes. The so-called Schrodinger's cat.
お前に持たせたその鍵は猫箱を開くための鍵なんだよ。
猫箱って？
今日という日のことだ。
エンジェがあれほどたどり着きたいと願った今日に、お兄ちゃんは魔法の奇跡でエンジェを招いた。エンジェは最後の魔女として今日という日を語り継がなくちゃいけない。
それは私がここに残ってはいけないということ？
Angie's tone was slightly tense. She understood what her brother meant, and it made her frown.
私は1986年の六軒島へたどり着きたくて、どれほど長い間苦しんだことか。そして私はやっとたどり着いたの。なのにそれを追い出すの？お兄ちゃんは言ったわ。私が自分で決めていいって。
Well, yeah, that's what the key is for.
そうだな。確かにそう言った。
帰らないわよ、私は。そしてまるで私を甘やかすかのようなこのおかしな作られた物語もやめて。
Well, it's not just women, particularly. I mean, it can be a bit of a possibility, especially with Beatrice or like the other witches in the fantasy, but, you know, technically, I guess. I guess technically fortune tellers would say that too, so. Why do you call the kid a witch? Because in the previous episode it is hinted that Angie, it, she has the title Ange Beatrice, so technically it is called a witch in a way.
私は今日という日の真実を知りたいの。
Yeah, don't we all? It's the last episode and then of this day as in right now.
12年を経ても遡りても気難しい女であるな。
うるさいわね。あんたには聞いてないわよ。それに、あんたこそ何よ、そのざまは。
That's a good question.
黄金の魔女は復活の儀式のためにやってきたんじゃないの？雷鳴と共に島に現れ、これから13人もの人々を生贄に捧げようとしてるんでしょ？
Oh shit.
そのあんたがなんでこんなにものんびり団らんしてるのよ。わけがわかんない。
わけがわからぬのはそなたの方であるぞ。なんだそなたは。わらわにそんなにも人殺しがしてほしいのか。
あんたはそれを物語に記してメッセージボトルに封じて海に投じたわ。後の世界にはそのうちの2本が伝わってる。どちらもひどい連続殺人の物語じゃない。
2本しか流れ着かなかったとは残念。一番の力作だったランドが人目に触れなかったのは残念なことだ。
前から聞きたかったんだが、あのメッセージボトルは何なんだ？
そなたとのゲームを練りながらその過程で生み出した派生の物語のようなものよ。
Right. Because those message bottles are, they're supposed to be, again, I always have like a hazy memory because I usually don't. I've read like so farther enough to where I can understand like the previous episodes, but there was either a hint that related to a message bottle or just, it was just like some few written tales worth. God, it makes me want to go back and reread it live on stream at some point on some previous episodes, I guess, but that would require me some bit more motivation than that.
一つのゲーム版から異なる複数の物語を無限に紡ぎ出せることに気づき、面白くなってしまってな。
いつか俺に読ませようと書き溜めてたわけか。
あまりの力作にそなたを待つのが惜しくなってな。孤島物の古典に習い、わらわもそれを瓶に封じて海に投じてみたのだ。ミステリアスであろう。
バカにしないで。あれはあんたの犯行計画書よ。あなたは黄金のありかをちらつかせながら親族の不和を煽り、残酷な連続殺人事件を目論むのよ。
やれやれ。1998年ではわらわはそういうことになっておるのか。
Maybe.
無理もないことであるな。
はあ？
Huh?
何を開き直ってんのよ。私を拍子抜けさせようと目論んでるの？私は騙されないわよ、ベアトリーチェ。お兄ちゃん、私に魔女はいると屈服させたいんでしょ？その手には乗るもんですか？ 私はお兄ちゃんの手なんか借りなくたって一人で真実にたどり着いてみせる。
ここがその真実であるというのにか？そなたはかつてグレーテルと名乗ったが、どうやらミチルと名乗った方がふさわしいようだぞ。
Gretel, the name Mitya? You're making me curious how you pronounce it. Mitya. I like it how I looked up the name and then it gives the first thing it showed me is that Azure Striker Gunvolt character. But I'm trying to look up how to pronounce it, damn it. Oh well. Doesn't really matter either way. Mitya. You can give me shit for all you like if I pronounce it wrong. Doesn't matter.
いい加減にして。
Uh-oh. Angie tried to slap Beata's cheek. However, the difference between their heights was so great that Beata dodged before the hand could reach her.
バカバカしい。バカバカしい。私は認めないわよ。こんな茶番が真実なんて絶対に認めないんだから。
He's like, uh-oh. Angie is about to fight her. Or was. You know, considering I'm about to run out of time, you know, I'm ending it from here. I think it's a good time for me to end the stream too. So, there we go. Well, about to wrap up the part from here. So, next part, you know, we will see whether Angie can understand the truth more or not, or, you know, is she still gonna be stubborn? We'll see. But that being said, like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys later. Y'all have a good one.